by Ashswag, the lifesteal member with the worst Wi-Fi, and the master of pivoting from short form to long form content. How's it going,
me.
Ash?
Thank you so much for having me, Barrett.
Of course, bro.
Hell yeah.
You know one thing that surprised me, bro?
What surprised you?
I think you know what I'm about to say.
Oh God.
It's how tall you are.
Bro, the average height in India is like 5'7".
Really?
And I thought I was like a behemoth, but I come here to America and people are way taller. So, but y'all are still short as. I mean,
No, I can just bleep it. It's fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's I spiked 2 years ago, I guess.
You spike.
Yeah.
Like when you were like 13 years old, how tall were you?
Bro, growing up, I was the smallest in my class. I was the tiniest, smallest, like the most scrawny kid ever. And then somehow in like over lockdown, I just spiked, I guess.
Wait, so how tall are you now?
Like 6'4", I think.
Dang, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think because we did the measurement at the dinner. Basically, we had this lifestyle dinner, and we wanted to see if Leo or Ash was taller.
Yeah.
And Ash was taller by like 1 centimeter.
By 1 centimeter.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think the hair also helps.
Yeah,
But Leo
yeah.
is massive as well.
Yeah. But 6'4", dude, I just remember my first like interaction with you was I stepped out of that car and I just saw you like full sprinting towards me. Like,
dude, I didn't know, bro. Oh my God. Yeah. So you were right outside the hotel and I saw Woogie and I just got outside and I don't know how to. The thing about like us being faceless is that I don't know how people look.
Yeah.
So I just I thought you were Vortex. I just like sprinted straight up towards you and were like, Vortex in the middle of the road with your suitcases in the middle of the street, cars behind us. But yeah, man, I can't believe you guys are real. That's crazy.
Yeah, I know.
It's like knowing.
Is this like? I think the weirdest part for me is like I hear everybody's voices.
Yeah.
But now I'm finally like. I would typically associate you with like that purple and black QR code, bro. And like Leo was like that pure white skin and like Clown is like a clown, bro.
Yeah.
But like now I'm actually putting a name to a face,
exactly.
which is weird.
Yeah, that's cool.
Is this like your first time out of Asia?
Yeah, dude. So I grew up in Asia my entire life. Mm-hmm. I shuttled between various countries. Obviously, I am 100% Indian, but we moved around Asia a lot. And yeah, I haven't really had a chance to travel much growing up because of just the way we didn't grow up being the most, economically feasible. But yo, we make Minecraft videos now.
Yes, sir.
And yeah, I was able to come here, meet everyone, meet the Parrot.
Yeah.
There it is, bro. We've come a long way, seriously.
I mean, a thing that I heard a lot about like you back then was your struggle with getting a visa.
Oh,
how was that?
So the thing is, right, most European countries and Australia, with the US, they have this thing called a visa waiver where they just need to fill out a form and they can stay in the US for like how much ever they want, like 7 days or a week. Whereas with like countries in Asia and Middle Eastern countries and things like that, you got to like manually apply for a visa. And so that's the bureaucracy is crazy. And so the waiting period for me was like 462 days.
Yeah.
But I coded a bot that like refreshes the page and gives me a notification every time a slot opens up. So I got it in like 3 days. It was like a 1 in a million miracle, but we did it. We got here and yes, I'm right in front of the women's bathroom at Hotel Lulu.
Dude, we've been like hosting this for a while and there's just random people who like walk down here and like occasionally you'll hear the toilet flushing.
Oh
like,
God.
They walk back out, bro.
Bro.
Like I was doing one with Minute and like we had to like kind of redo it because like someone was cleaning the bathroom and they like flushed it 8 times in 2 minutes.
No.
So
we're in the middle of like a hallway. This is a public space.
Yeah,
right
it
now.
literally is a public space,
ridiculous.
but there's nowhere else to do it.
Yeah.
So, how has America been so far for you?
Dude, it's been really cool, man. I want to explore the world. I wanted to travel every single continent before I hit 23 years of age, I think. And just like, because like staying in one place is fine and all, but you gotta travel to expand your horizons. And so far, America has been like, this might be weird to like you, but growing up, all of us like consumed Western media, watched movies from Hollywood, like listened to music. So coming here, looking at everything, it feels like a Netflix series. Like me and Clown were talking because he's also from Europe. We were like, yo, this looks like a scene from Breaking Bad. This looks like But yeah, it's been really cool. The people are really nice and way more extroverted and open, I think, than places elsewhere in the world.
I totally get that. I think that also depends on like where you are in the U.S. though.
Right.
Because like I'm from the East Coast,
Right.
And like, it's got to be the weather or something, bro. But like, it's cold down there, and like everybody's actually grumpy every day, bro.
Damn. Yeah.
So, yeah.
Oh yeah, dude.
Do you plan on like potentially moving here?
Yeah. So right now I study engineering in college.
Yeah.
I'm a computer science engineer, and I'm in my second year. But once I'm done, I got another year and a half of college. Once I'm done, I think I'm gonna move out for sure because I want to stay elsewhere. But America is on the short list. Obviously, I got to think about lifestyle, taxes, and things like that. But definitely either Canada or America, I was thinking. But yes, definitely. I got to visit like Central America, the East Coast, things like that.
I mean, have you seen that like one Yes Theory video where basically it's called like citizenship through investment?
Right.
And you can I think it's the country like St. Kitts and Nevis, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you can basically buy real estate there.
Okay.
And then they'll give you a passport.
Oh,
if you pay a certain amount. So like, even if you have like trouble getting like a green card or whatever, because my mom also had to get that. Like you can get a St. Kitts and Nevis passport.
Oh.
And then like get in, bro.
Bro, I already have an Indian passport. I'm fine. It's just that the process is long. And the thing about immigration is your validity as an immigrant or as to the country you're immigrating to comes from what kind of value you can give their economy, obviously, right? So in that regard, you're defined by like your educational qualification. Like the most common way people travel or like immigrate to the US or anywhere is like through a job, through an F1, the H-1B visa and things like that. Which is why that is one of the reasons why I kind of want to finish studying, not only because I'm passionate about things like engineering and stuff, but also because I feel like it gives me that added legitimacy as like a citizen, even though like being a content creator is being more widely recognized. The US has like an O1 visa where it like recognizes content creators and things like that. It's starting, but it's still in its like baby stages. So yeah, no, and also my parents want me to get a degree. So
yeah, isn't there like a student visa though?
Yeah,
like,
there is, but you got to be studying in the US. And right now, I got a full ride scholarship to the college I'm in.
Yeah.
So I don't need to pay anything, which is why I'm more comfortable. Whereas colleges in the US, even with financial aid, are a little bit like difficult, I guess. I just didn't. Yeah, that just didn't happen. I don't study in the US.
How is college like abroad, by the way?
It's the same. It's the same. We still have the credit system. We still got to finish set amount per semester, and the subject is the same. It's just STEM is STEM.
Interesting.
Like, yeah.
Yeah. So, why did you choose engineering? Because that's like, like from a content creator perspective, that seems like a little bit of a roadblock with the amount of work you have.
Well, okay. The funny thing is, I don't know if I told you this, but I did 2 years of pre-med first. I wanted to be a doctor first. I wanted to do medicine. And then once I was done with like 2 years, so we have like, so you guys have like applications and stuff to go to college, right? Back in India, we have like one exam, like one entrance exam. Yeah. And that's sort of what your entire admission process is dependent on. So people like start studying in the 6th grade for this exam and stuff. So I prepared for it. And I wrote it, and I got a good college, a medical college. But then at the last minute, I thought about it, and I was like, shit, if I go to med school, this is like the next 15 years of my life, like set in stone, and my entire life after that also, like set in stone. But I also like studied computer science and stuff in high school, so that was always like a primary option. So I just decided to go ahead with computer science engineering, and it's way easier than medicine.
Interesting.
So far, like, you're also like going to college, right?
Yeah.
Have you started classes yet?
No, I start August, like mid to late August.
Bro, let me tell you, like, it is possible to do both YouTube and especially like a job like YouTube where you can be flexible about it. I've talked to like other big YouTubers like Nestor and like people who've done especially STEM courses and YouTube, and they say like, where there is a will, there is a way. You gotta like time manage like a freak, but it's definitely possible. So past 6 months have been rough, like life-wise. I wasn't able to upload and get stuff done, but I think I'm starting to get my flow back. So yeah.
I mean, I'm going into like film and business. So
yeah, I guess so. I guess, but it's still you're still gonna have to like balance the two, right? You're gonna have to prioritize at some point.
Yeah, which makes sense. Yeah. All right. You ready to go back to day one Ashswag?
Oh God, bro.
Day one Ashswag. Where was day one Ashswag?
Let me set the scene. 2004, in India, West Coast, India.
Okay.
I was born.
Okay, that's not what.
Yo, that's day. Yo.
I'm talking day one YouTube.
So I
Ashswag.
popped out of my mom and I said, I need to exploit this SMP right now.
Okay.
Nah, I think that's the case with most of us. We've all been making videos like since we were kids, right?
Yeah.
We all had that like cringy first channel or like, so I went through all of that. I started the Ashswag channel in 2017 making CSGO funny moments videos.
Yeah.
Because I used to like them a lot. And then I started doing commentary videos. I've made every genre under the sun. Like I've made at least 20 videos in commentary. I tried making video essays. I was a nature documentary channel in 2018. I'd like go outside and record wildlife and like talk about it for 20 minutes.
Yeah.
So I tried all those genres. And eventually I used to play Minecraft all the time. Obviously we were like broke. I mean, we were broke as hell growing up. So I didn't own Minecraft, but I used to play on cracked servers with my friends. And so I wanted to make Minecraft videos, and they were all like, it was Egg Wars back in the day. It wasn't Bed Wars.
Yeah.
So I made Egg Wars videos, and I liked it a lot. And then I went back to commentary. And then towards the end of 2020 or 2019, I subscribed to this guy called Tommy Innit when he had 5,000 subscribers. And then I saw him on the Dream SMP. And then, the rest starts from like the modern history of Ashswag. Just like me enjoying that server.
Do they like, because so in Japan, right?
Yeah.
They basically teach English, like it's a required course. Do they also have that in India too?
Yeah, so I grew up learning English as a course, but nobody speaks English in schools. Everyone speaks like other languages, obviously, because it's more comfortable. I spoke in English, like I knew grammatically how to speak English and how to form sentences and stuff since I was a kid. But when it comes to like conversing, especially, you got to change your, I can like code switch between like speaking Indian English, speaking English to like other people, and speaking like American English. And you sort of pick that up as you learn. I learned a lot of my like languages from watching YouTube and from like listening to hip hop music especially and stuff. So like the way I talk to you guys is like not the same way I talk to my family and stuff. Like you can switch.
No, dude, I have like Indian friends, and whenever like they're around or they're in school, they talk like any other kid, right? But like, for example, like if I'm in a car with them and their dad, like they have that, like they they flip it, bro.
Yeah, because like even my parents don't understand like, you know, Western English. They like understand Indian English. So if people speak fast with like a British accent or something, it's hard to pick up. But since we grew up like listening to all of these accents around the world, like we kind of picked that up. So yeah, and also while making videos, you like have to improve your enunciation and stuff as you go.
Yeah, man. So starting off, you started with what kind of shorts, like on your Ashswag channel?
Yeah, so 2020, I watched the Dream SMP. I liked it a lot, and I liked this is a strange thing to say, but I like the fan base, like how vast and like how interactive they were. And I'm like, well, I gotta tap into this. But I like the Dream SMP, so I knew I liked, like I told you, I liked playing the game Minecraft, even though I didn't own it. And I'd like mess around with friends. That was the goal. And I saw that that's basically what the Dream SMP is doing. So how do I like trend jack the Dream SMP with the end goal of reaching this niche? So I'm like, wait, why don't I just directly tap in the Dream SMP niche and make like, I remember, bro, back in the day, I remember Parrot as well. Bro, I remember the Dream Voices tech. We all did. I think all of us like trend jacked the Dream SMP at some point.
I mean, it was just so big.
Yeah, like, exactly. Even Wreck-Rap with the boat clutch and like, so yeah, that's how I got started. I did shorts. So at the time, I was studying for this big entrance exam, right? So I had like 45 minutes to thinking back. Like,
I remember you telling me about
I had 45 minutes to an hour to make videos a day at best. And sometimes even like once every 2 days, I'd only have 45 minutes to work on videos. And I'm like, crap, I can't make like long videos. And then this feature called Shorts rolled out, and I'm like, yes, I can pump this out in like 40 minutes. So I grabbed my old beat up Samsung Galaxy Torch, my mom's 4GB Lenovo. I played crack Minecraft for a bit, used that footage, screen recorded Tommy in its stream, explained Dream SMP lore, pumped that out like once every day for a couple of months, and that just blew up. And yeah, bro, thinking about it now, like we had that like hunger back then, or that struggle, and like my problems now seem so easy to overcome, like thinking about how much crap we had to go through.
Yeah, dude, then. Like for me, back then, like my parents would only let me play on the weekends. So I remember Saturdays and Sundays, I would just be like, holy cow, dude, like I need to just because they would give me
Yeah.
2 hours a day
Yeah.
on Saturday and 2 hours a day on Sunday.
Oh.
And like also I guess 2 hours a day on like days when there were no school.
Right.
But I would be like, holy dude, I need to grind this
Yeah,
out, bro.
yeah,
So
yeah.
like I'd be making, obviously they were horrible videos.
Right.
But like in one day I'd be
Wait,
pumping
were you
them out.
Nightmare back
Yeah.
then? Oh yeah.
Wait, okay.
Or
Okay, I
did
think
you
it's a
want to
different.
be Nightmare?
It was a different nightmare.
Okay.
Because there was this one nightmare that just literally made like Dream SMP reposts.
Yeah.
That was not me.
Oh, okay.
My nightmare was just until like 40 subs, my name was Nightmare.
Yeah.
And then I was like, all right, bro, I can't do this anymore.
You wanted to be like Dream versus Nightmare.
Yeah, exactly.
That's crazy.
But yeah, it never ended up working.
Yeah, that was crazy. Did your parents know you had a channel from the get-go?
No.
Like they knew you were posting?
No. They found out when I had 1,000 subs, I think.
Oh, yeah.
So I think at that point, that's when they were like, yo, what is this kid doing?
Bro, even for me, dude, I was supposed to be studying all day, every day. And so I'd pretend to be studying with my laptop facing the door. So whenever they come in, I'd alt tab and work on videos. And oh God, this is like cringy to think about. I told my parents about my channel when I had 357,000 subs.
Wow.
Yeah, they did not know. Like my play button came in and I had to sneak it into the back room so
Oh
they
my
couldn't see
gosh.
it. Yeah, because like they grew up in like a very different time with very different ideals, and I knew just from this, we all knew YouTube could work from the start, but it's difficult to convince them of that, especially in a niche like gaming where it's seen as more of a distraction rather than advancement. And but I knew it was going to work, and I knew I had to show them proof of concept first. So I waited until 400,000, and since I was making shorts, I was only making like a couple thousand a month. It wasn't like, I mean, it was crazy money back then. It was more than everything my family was making and stuff, but I still wanted to wait a little bit more. And then I remember I have two older sisters, and they're like the most helpful people ever, because they kind of understand. They're like in their 20s, so they understand YouTube. So I'm like, all right, here's what's going to happen. I have a YouTube channel with 300,000 subs. I want you guys to like slowly float the idea to my parents. And so they did that. And and so that happened. And I broke my parents the news, and my mom was like devastated. She didn't understand anything, but she was like, so does this mean you're dropping out of high school? And I said, no. And then I remember at the time, so my parents wanted me to be a doctor, as is the usual Indian stereotype. And I remember like organizing a Zoom call with all the members of my family just to tell them, hey guys, I want to be a YouTuber. I want to do engineering instead of medicine. And they were like, oh, no, how could you do this? Even though it's just like it wasn't a big deal. But that was the breaking point. Were your parents like supportive from the get-go, or did
No,
it
not
take
from the
some
get-go.
convincing?
Okay, so what my mom tells me is that, so my brother leaked it to my parents when I was at 1,000 subs, right? And they were like, yo, what is this kid? Like they kept on, I remember my mom kept on saying like, this is a waste of time. This is a waste of time.
Yeah.
And then I think it was the point when my first paycheck came in and she saw that. It wasn't, I said this on like an earlier podcast, but it was only like $400. And she was like, you made money from this?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then she was like, okay, but you still have to focus on school.
Yeah, exactly.
And I was like, okay, I got it. And then I think she kind of saw how like passionate I was about it.
Exactly.
And like that summer, like I think what she intended, because it was the summer entering my junior year, she probably wanted me to do some like science fair, or, like internship or something. And I was like, Mom, listen, I know you want this, but I want to make Minecraft videos. And she was like,
damn.
All right. And then luckily it all worked out.
Hell yeah,
but
dude.
It's funny because now that I'm in college, I can talk about so many things that like I couldn't tell my parents.
Yeah.
Because they don't care anymore.
Yeah, exactly.
But like, there's this big test called the SAT.
Yeah.
And that plays a big role in like how you get into colleges, right? And my parents would like, they gave me this book and they were like, all right, you have to study this.
Right.
You have to study this. And I remember my first SAT score, it was like really solid, but
It's like English and math, right?
English and math, yeah.
Right.
They were like, okay, yeah, it's really solid, but you need to do better. And they were like, study now. And so I pretended to be studying like every day, but I would just not be doing that at all, dude. And there was this one point where they like hired this person. Like they were like, you need to improve.
Oh, like a tutor?
Yeah, like a tutor.
Right.
And I was like, oh, I feel bad like wasting their money, but like I can't do this, bro. And the guy would like bring me in.
Yeah.
And like instead of actually doing it, I would just search up the answer key online and like purposely mark one wrong. So I was like, oh shoot, dude, I can't believe I got that one wrong. And then the next SAT, I like only improved by 20 points, and my parents were like,
no.
what happened? And I was like,
God.
it was just a tough test, man. But in reality, yeah, I was just not. I'm sorry because my mom is probably listening to this, but like, I did not study for the SAT.
Your mom listens to Testrun?
Yeah, she does.
I'm so sorry, bro. You trust me, bro. Like the thing is, we're looking back at it now. We know it's obviously they all want to do it for the best.
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
I got shipped off to boarding school in right before I started making shorts, and that's why I could only have like 45 minutes to an hour to make videos, and they like shut off the lights after like 9 o'clock.
Dang.
So I had to like turn on and we weren't allowed phones either. So I had to like use a banged up Nokia to like write the script, and then like, on weekends I'd go and like make the videos sometimes. And then I like at one point I was like, I can't do boarding school. I need to come back. And so I came back and made videos. I'm so sorry, Pirate's mom. I promise we're all okay now.
Yeah, we're all okay.
We're all good now.
Dude, I don't think she's gonna care now that I'm actually in school, bro.
Yeah.
But like, if I dropped out and she heard that, she would be so mad, bro. She would be so mad.
Yeah.
But like, so when you first started posting shorts, like, what was your long-term goal with that?
Yeah. So like I said, I wanted the SMP niche was what I wanted to do. I like playing games with my friends, and I wanted to. It sort of circles back from my original concept for the channel, which was like funny moments or like stuff like that. And so from SMP shorts, Dream SMP lore explanation shorts, I'm like, all right, how do I pivot to like gameplay videos of me? How do I make them care about me? So then it started becoming Dream SMP lore shorts with a little bit of personality. Then it became Dream SMP skits with my character in the game. And then I think, then I posted 5 videos in one day, all of different styles. And the one of just me playing on a server, the short of me playing on a server popped off. And that's when I'm like, yes, this is the moment. And so I started doing gameplay of me playing on servers, reviewing servers, the shorts and stuff. And at that point, those were all working. So I'm like, yes. So now I've got people interested in me playing the game. Yeah. So then the next step was to do the same thing, but with widescreen videos. And so around 2021, around the time C-Clean was happening, I posted my first long video, like my first properly thought out long video. And it popped off. And then now here we are. And now we just got to keep expanding, keep growing.
You know what's funny though? So I remember this one short you made. It had to do with like honey bottles or something.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So I remember I watched that and I thought it was so funny. I showed it to my brother and my mom.
Oh no.
And my brother was like laughing a ton.
No. I got like negative 5,000 ping or something like that.
Yeah, exactly. Crazy. And my mom just watched it and she's like, I don't get it. And I was like, oh.
No,
yeah.
dude.
So yeah, that's the funny part.
That's crazy, dude.
How did you know that you were going to be able to make that pivot? Because I feel like early on, shorts were so experimental.
Right.
Like people had no idea.
Right.
Like now we obviously know like they're viable.
Yeah.
And like you can actually do stuff with them.
Yeah.
But I feel like you were so early to shorts.
Yeah.
So like how did you know that?
So like when shorts first began, I can adjust it.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So when shorts first began, I saw a bunch of people in the Minecraft niche doing it. Like, so it was me, Jaren, and BlockFacts. We were like the shorts trio I used to talk with, and all of us wanted to switch out of shorts. We knew that the shorts would spike because it has that sort of cycle. But all of this pivot thing, I'm saying this in hindsight. Like I knew I wanted to do it, but it wasn't exactly thought out, as is with most experimental stuff. We just like posted a lot of them, and we see which one works, and then we just take what the audience likes next step. That's basically all the decisions, right? Based on what the audience will like.
Yeah.
That's all it is. What about you? Do you plan on like expanding to more like you kind of stuff, or do you still want to stay in like the cool stuff in Minecraft niche, I think? Or like, I don't know how to explain it.
Yeah, so I have this video coming up that I'm going to record soon, and that's going to be like really, really me.
Right.
But I think it's going to be a mix. Like, I don't think I can stay in just like SMP stuff forever. Right. I really like what Parker's doing, like how he's branching out into single player stuff and like setting challenges for himself. Yeah. But yeah, I think it'll probably be like I said this to who was it? I think I said this to Q, but Tommy said, have a video that you know is gonna do well. Yeah. Have a video that has a risk, and then make a video that's a complete risk, and keep on rotating between those three. So I think that's really smart. I think that's going to be my plan. Another thing, I might end up expanding into shorts. I just think they are like really powerful if you do them right. Because from what I've heard, like shorts are really great for established creators. And like, yeah. So I think like if you're starting out, they can be viable if you know what you're doing. But like if you're already established, then they can be really powerful.
Why?
So.
What was the reason? Like, so you when I try to logically pick apart like cons of just posting everything on one channel, I'm not able to find any apart from like
exactly, yeah.
Because like even if you get 50 million shorts views, people are like, oh, it's not much. That's eyes are eyes. That's 50 million separate. Or even if it's like 100,000, that's 100,000 eyes.
Yeah.
Like watching your video that you can influence, and like that's just I think it's people shouldn't devalue like short form content, nor should they like depend entirely on it. I think you should try everything.
I completely agree. Like I used to have such a bad mindset towards shorts. I was like, bro, shorts creators are stupid, bro. Like it's like a cheat code. It's not fair. But like at that same time, it's a cheat code, and yeah, maybe it's not as, how do you even explain it? Like not like, as lucrative as long form, right? But it's still views. Yeah. So
they're pushing it out, and yeah, sure, like the sub count might be like inflated because you got all your subs from shorts and your long videos, but you can definitely do both. I think, like because the audiences are different. Yeah. I don't know. I feel like if you, I'm not sure exactly, but numbers are numbers. A lot of people are like doing everything on one channel and like cycling audiences between them. I think it might be valuable. Either way, I don't think it's something to frown upon rather than just something to.
I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah. What was it? The way I kind of think about it is like, even though someone might not. So for example, right, I was at VidCon, right, and there's like a lot of shorts creators there that I just can't, like I've seen their stuff, but I don't know who they are, right? And I think shorts are powerful for that like initial conversion. It's like, okay, I kind of know who you are. Yeah. Now when you post a long form video, that's when you can start to like get to know them. Yeah. But like, it's so difficult when like all you're known for is like, oh, you're the guy who like does this. Yeah. And that's it. Yeah. So,
yeah, I guess whatever it is, short form, long form, you need to provide something different. You need to like have a thing that's yours, and that's how you kind of get that, exposure, I guess. Yeah. And what's next for us, dude? What do we, as like a group, as Lifesteal? I don't know if you want to talk about Lifesteal, but like, how do we move forward from where we are? Like, what's the next step?
I think we need consistency.
Oh, like, bro, tell me about it.
I was just talking to Jumper, dude, and the way she does it is actually nuts. Yeah. Like, she basically just logs onto a server. Like, she'll be constantly recording. Right. And then when she just says, oh, this is a video, she just turns it into a video. No hesitation. Right.
But I know that's great for consistency, but I don't know if it's a bad thing to be like, oh, dude, this is kind of lame. This isn't really a cool, like, I just logged on the server for a bit. It's not even. Is that a compromise of quality if it isn't unique?
That's what I was wondering. Like, because there's three things that I want for my channel. I want consistency. Yeah. I want like to create something meaningful. Right. And then I also want it to be like meaningful to me. Right. Right. So that's the thing. Like, I could figure out some way to post once a week. Right. But I feel like if I did that, I would be compromising other things and like compromising what makes me special. Right. Right. So, yeah, I'm honestly not sure. Like, obviously, there's ways to get over that, like building a team and stuff. Yeah. But, yeah.
I don't know. I feel like the most surefire way to like have something that stays fresh, number one, and is something that the audience will enjoy is simply by just enjoying it yourself. Like, if you don't enjoy something, then just don't do it. Whereas if you enjoy it and you like, I don't know about you, but like most of all my videos that do well are videos that I'm like truly passionate about and like enjoy.
I agree.
And I feel like even in the long term, if you don't want to like fade away, I feel like most of the people who like fall off, quote unquote, are people who just keep beating the same bush, even though they don't like it, they think it's gonna work, right? And I feel like if you just keep doing what inspires you, it'll translate, I guess. But how do you do that on a consistent basis is the question you must answer.
I think what's tough too is like, if you're doing scripted content, like you can still make meaningful scripted content. But like, if you're doing it in an unscripted environment, it's just tough to get out consistency because a lot of creators on Lifesteal, they're not taking initiative and they're more
reactionary.
waiting. they're
Yeah.
waiting for something to happen.
Right.
And like, I'm not trying to call anybody out, but like Radoons, for example,
Yeah.
is like his content is solely based off of like other people
Right.
organizing things.
Right.
So I think if we really want to grow, we need consistency.
Yeah.
And in order to get there, we need people to take initiative.
Take initiative. That's
Yeah.
true. I mean, even if you don't take initiative, like a story is just you narrating your own experiences. So
Yeah.
even if it is reactionary, as long as you just do that, because people, as long as things happen on live stream, like for example, like Red made a video of like the dupe war, or like the I forgot which part it was. I believe the cleansing or something, and he wasn't even remotely involved. He was just like off in the side, but he had that one moment where he killed Clown Pierce at the Nether portal,
Yeah.
and that was the ending of his video. And it was a really, really good video that did really well, even though he wasn't like involved. But I feel like if we want to get it, like if we want to grow at the pace we want to, we need to like take initiative. You're right.
Yeah.
The thing for me is I haven't posted a season 4 video yet, and it's been a year since season 4 started.
Yeah.
Obviously, the beginning half of that was because I was involved in like things that I had to retcon because of like real life stuff that I couldn't control. But towards the later half, I have videos ready on season 4 and like videos that I'm working on now, simply because I like Spoke was like, yo, I have this cool glitch. And Vitalis was like, yeah, I have this cool glitch, but I don't know how to piece it together. And so I joined them, and I'm like, hey, I can do this. You don't know the glitch yet, dude. Oh wait, do you? Did you see Spoke?
I watched the video.
Oh, so
Dude.
you found out how you got played?
Well, dude, that broke my heart, bro. Dude, okay.
Yeah.
I said this a bit earlier, but what he told me after, and
Yeah.
what actually, like, I didn't care about the fact that he like manipulated me or
Yeah.
whatever. What actually hurt, dude, what actually broke my
Yeah.
heart, dude, was he goes, right after the video ended, he turns to me and he goes, the only reason I stayed in No Pants People Party was to stay close to you. And I went, what? Dude. And then I was just listening to, I just listened to All Girls Are the Same by Juice WRLD, dude. Like,
Bro, that was great. Like from day one, he was like, yo, so it was me, Vitalis Spoke. Vitalis like, I'm going to stick with Parrot. Vitalis was with his team. I was just like a outlier. We found this glitch. And they all started experimenting on it, and I just joined. I'm like, yo, okay, let me just. I was with a team for the first couple of months, and then after I couldn't do anything more with that team for reasons we can't talk about, I joined this team, and I'm like, yo, this is a cool thing.
Dang.
But then the plans they told me were so long term. I'm like, okay, I want to narrate the entire thing at once, which is why I'm gonna wait until it's finished until I post my videos, and that's why that's one of the reasons why I haven't posted. But I think it's really cool, and as cool as it is, the fact that it had to wait until the season ended to like sort of tell the full picture is something that we need to think about in terms of like next season.
And like something that's really cool too, it was just such like a long project.
Right.
And I feel like consistency is important, but
Right.
if it's like long projects like that are
Yeah.
what make Lifesteal stand
Right.
out because they're so powerful.
Right.
It's like, holy cow, dude. This is such a good video because it took forever.
Yeah.
So
That's kind of like the natural progression, right? Lifesteal started off as like a PvP server, and then it expanded to like, all right, PvP and traps. Then it expanded to like PvP and teamwork and betrayal and traps. Then it expanded to like, all right, what do I use? I can use a game-breaking glitch to do the trap. Then it expanded to like, I can become friends with this guy and form a link with this guy, and then exploit that interpersonal link, even though it's not in Minecraft, it's just a bond. And then, so like it goes, we like keep expanding, and I think as long as we find new cool ways to do that, Lifesteal is going to stay fresh, I think.
yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Spoke.
Oh yeah.
I'm not teaming with anybody next season, dude. Like
Man,
that actually broke my heart, dude.
man, it's crazy, yeah.
Actually broke my heart. But yeah, it was a really good video. Like really, really good.
What are the things we got to improve though, like in general for next season?
Let me think.
Yeah.
That's a good question. So I think season 4, we went really heavy on the streaming side.
Right.
And I think we kind of neglected like the YouTube side.
Yeah.
Which is kind of where most of our audience is.
When do you think the biggest portion of growth happened for Lifesteal? Like which season? You would say
Season
like
3.
season
3.
Season 3?
I would say the biggest portion of growth came from the timeline from when the cleansing started to when Tommy joined to when the server ended.
Right. Was that we were like uploading weekly?
Oh,
like at
dude.
least one member would upload every couple of days.
I mean, in that span, I think it was like 25 main channel videos in 1 month.
Damn. I
Yeah.
think I've uploaded like 4 live steal videos, and 2 of them, most of them were from season 3.
Oh, you know what we need to get better at?
Yeah.
Obviously, there's the big projects, but
Yeah.
if there's like a small project that you do,
Yeah.
you got to be uploading that within like a month or something.
True.
Yeah, because like
turnover time. Yeah.
yeah, because I feel like if something happened in November and you upload it next July, it's like, why do I care? You know
it
what
makes
I mean?
Leo work timing, bro.
Yeah,
Oh,
so
that's true.
I think that's a big thing. And
Yeah.
then, yeah, I don't even know. I think we just like we need that hunger again.
Yeah.
That's what we need.
That's true. How do we get that?
Good question.
I mean, I guess being self-motivated is like a power, I guess. But
Yeah.
I don't know. As long as we stay, I don't know how to explain it. But like, motivation comes in waves, and so does uploads. But like, you can't get complacent ever. And I feel like
Exactly.
once we get comfortable, that's where it starts getting dangerous.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, I'm like a really, really competitive person.
Yeah.
So if there's another member that's
Yeah.
popping off, or
Yeah.
like more importantly, if there's
Right.
another server
Exactly.
that's popping off,
Yeah.
that's when like I think when Awaken
Yeah.
they like started pulling crazy numbers. That's when I was like, okay, we got to
Yeah.
get on our grind.
Yeah. Yeah. Same.
And I was posting a ton. But
Hell
like,
yeah, dude. Yeah, even for me, like, I didn't post 'cause I was like, I can wait. And then I see like, yeah, Jaren, I see Spoke, I see Clown like uploading and like growing crazy rates. And I'm like, I need to upload.
Mm-hmm.
And also like watching back my videos that did well, I think I've told you this. It's just simple. It's just me playing the game and like
Yeah.
packaging it into a video. It's like, it's simple once I think about it. It's not hard to do.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah,
yes.
I totally agree. This is kind of like off topic, but has
Yeah.
YouTube ever kind of like messed with your mental health?
I wouldn't say YouTube directly has obviously there's the whole analytics thing. You feel bummed out when you see a bad video, but that's also that's a good question, because it kind of ties into like, that's also the reason I want to have other things going on in life, like being a student, having another option.
Yeah,
because
exactly.
I can't imagine like relying on this to feed me and then seeing like a 9 out of 10 and being
Yeah.
like, that's my paycheck for the next month. So I feel like that's why I've always felt like I haven't been like extremely affected by it, but obviously you need that kind of like dejection of a bad video to get inspired. But I wouldn't, obviously, and there's other stuff like I don't know, racism and stuff, but that's about it. I'd say I do a pretty good job of not letting it affect me. But what about you? Have you ever been like, not just numbers, but just like the general vibe of like the state of content made you feel bad ever?
Like I think there's been points where I just haven't enjoyed it.
Right.
It's just gotten like, I'm like sitting there and like
Yeah.
all my friends are hanging out and I'm like, bro, what am I doing with my life? And like, I think that's a big reason why there was like this 6-month period where I just completely stalled. And then another thing too, like college application season, bro,
yeah,
that was bad.
Damn.
I remember like I wanted to edit so badly and my mom was like, nope, you got to get these done. And I was like, bro, are you serious right now?
Yeah.
But yeah, again, it's like in your parents' best interest.
Obviously.
So.
Like that's what I'm looking. My parents have been really supportive now, and I think that's all I can ask from them, because they grew up in like I don't know how old your parents are, but my parents grew up in like the 70s and 80s. Like I can't expect them to understand like TikTok and YouTube and like stasis chambers in Minecraft and stuff. Like
yeah.
So but they know, well, maybe the paycheck helps, but they know like they know how passionate I am about it, like you said, and that's how it goes.
Dude, my dad's into the SMP, bro.
Really?
Yeah, like
What?
he was like watching it for a bit and
Yeah.
like I remember I had set up a trap for Clown.
Yeah.
And I was telling him about it at dinner and I'm like, tomorrow we're either gonna get him or we're not. And then the next morning when I'm logging on, he's like, I hope you get him. Yeah.
Yo, that's
And
so
I'm like,
cool.
all right, bet.
That's so cool, man. Yeah.
But like, dude, it's kind of annoying because like it's gotten like my mom is completely silent about my channel.
Yeah.
But my dad will go around like telling everybody, bro. And I'm like, Dad,
Oh,
seriously?
dude.
Like my brother has a baseball team and
Right.
he told my brother's entire baseball team.
God. Bro, that's
like-
that happens.
Yeah.
Are both can I ask you if both your parents are Asian or
No, just my mom is.
just your mom?
My mom moved from Japan.
Right.
And then my dad grew up in like
Right.
somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, oh man, the family get-togethers are like torture. They're like, hey, what are you doing? And my mom's like, Oh yeah. Oh my god, my mom has the worst way of describing it. She's like, yeah, he's a big no god. He's a big game influencer. And then they're like, "Oh, what is that?" And my mom says, "Yeah, he has 7 subs on YouTube." And I'm like,
Oh my god, dude.
but because she doesn't really know what it is. But yeah. Man, yeah. Are you scared of people like your private info being I know you're still a minor, so there might be a little added security, but are you afraid of like your stuff being leaked or like your
the only reason why I haven't face revealed yet is because I feel like if at some point I want to back out of my channel,
right,
I just don't want to be associated with it anymore.
Okay,
like,
so is that a lack of confidence in your channel or just like a heightened sense of caution?
It's more like 10 to 15 years into the future, right. I want to be like, it's like a sense of individuality almost. Like I don't want to be tied to something.
Right. Do you think you'll ever be able to escape that now that you've shown your voice though? Like, because people will still be able to like the scale.
I mean, yeah,
reach.
I don't know. It might change, but like,
yeah.
Also, another thing is like privacy, I guess.
Yeah.
Like, if I ever start a family and I'm like
True.
in my 30s,
same,
and I'm like at the park with my kids,
yeah,
like, bro,
exactly,
I'm not trying to get
dude,
approached.
Exactly, man.
So,
like, obviously, I don't know. I've been thinking about doing like, so for me, the main like point of improvement is how to spice up the narration. And I got a green screen and stuff, and I was thinking of just like explaining like, okay, and then we did this in the SMP with me in the video, like me actually. And then I thought about it for a little bit, and I'm like, it can wait. I don't know. I don't really want to. Even though the video is about me, I would like it to be my personality for now rather than my identity. Yeah. So it can wait, but it's definitely something I'm open to. Some of the challenges. Obviously, I'm an engineer, so I want to do some more real life focus. I have some really cool ideas, like coding ideas and stuff, and which would require me to like show it. But I don't know, man. Dude, even at VidCon, like I had my badge out by mistake, and people were like, "Wait, Ashswag from the badge," and I'm like, "Damn, crazy."
Aren't you like planning on integrating your engineering stuff with YouTube
I got some really cool plans, dude. Especially with like, since the game we literally play is coded on Java, there's a lot of like cool ideas I want to implement, and I think I'm going to do them further on, because gameplay isn't really my strong suit. Like it's not like I know how to play the game, but like I know how to PvP or whatever, but it's not really what I'm interested in.
Yeah, exactly.
It's more like the more personality, the more fun side of it. But we'll see. At the end of the day, if I find it cool and I enjoy it, the audience will as well. So
another thing too, like I used to be a huge gameplay person.
Right.
I was like, bro, I got to be so good at this game.
Yeah, yeah.
And like I would spend so much time on like PvP servers and and I'm like, what is the point of this, bro? Like this is not my goal.
Right.
Like long-term goal. I'm not trying to become the best Minecraft player. I'm trying to become like a better creator.
Right.
So
yeah, I guess so. I mean, it's better than Bed Wars, I guess. 1.9 PvP. Man.
Do you have any like long-term plans or goals for your channel? Like, are you planning on sticking with YouTube or like going somewhere else?
I think in about 2 years, I'm going to start, I'm going to delete all my videos and I'm going to start live streaming Minecraft school animation, Elsa, Spider-Man. And it's going to be Poppy Playtime live stream, Herobrine and Elsa. Nah, I don't know, man. I think I'm going to let my channel grow with me. And I know what the audience likes. And I can try to predict what the audience is going to like, so I can grow with my audience and just do what I like and keep going. And I think that's the most surefire way. Yeah. Because like clearly they like the personality. So will they like the personality? Growth is the next question, and I'll just keep doing what I like. But no, I do have plans to like quote unquote move out of Minecraft, but I don't know. I really want to experiment like with streaming and with more like live content, because that's like people are unequivocally watching for you.
Yeah.
Like,
I agree.
So I want to experiment with that now that I have Ethernet and a PC. I can finally like, use the internet for things, which was the issue for me. But ping is still a problem. But yeah, I want to explore that side of things.
Yeah, like how bad was your internet back then?
Oh, bro, don't talk about it. Like I had like the worst 2.4 gigahertz like router that like didn't work, and I did not. Oh, my best ping was 299. To like any server, like the hyper
299.
Yeah, dude, I wouldn't get below 300 on anything. And so obviously now that I built my own setup and like I got Ethernet, and now things are like slightly better, but ping is still bad. Dude, now that we're in Cali, I want to play on a server for the first time without like latency.
Oh yeah, yeah, dude. I honestly was like, I think we talked about this like 2 years
Yeah.
ago, but I was like, bro, I honestly think your bad ping is like part of your brand.
Oh, it definitely is,
Yeah.
dude. It definitely is. And like and even like the exploit, like even in school and stuff, I never really want to like do what others would. I just like around, and
Yeah.
I think that's the same thing with Minecraft. And yeah, man, we all have our like thing. Like Parrot does like the crazy you do like the projects and this and that. Clampius does the PvP and other stuff. I have like the lag.
The
Reduce
funny,
is the
like-
businessman.
Yeah.
That's the thing. We all have our thing, and we just need to build on that in parallel. Meanwhile, Recrap is doing whatever, everything. Bro did Redstone for a while, then he did like crazy single player projects, and then he
Yeah, I know.
I remember like watching his video in like season 2, not even that long ago, and he was like, I don't know how to PvP at all, and now you look at him and he's a sword PvP goat and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So we all like grow with our personalities, I think.
Dude, you know what I think? Like, I was just thinking about it earlier.
Yeah.
It's how lucky like we were with the members that,
Oh yeah.
dude,
Yeah.
that is a miracle, bro.
Yeah.
That is, obviously we've had, some stuff, but like for the most part, like only
Bro,
goats,
you know how
bro.
I joined Lifesteal? Bro, do you remember the YouTube algorithm server?
Oh my gosh, yeah.
You literally sent a message. They were like, we had an algorithm Discord server with a bunch of YouTubers and content creators, and I knew Parrot because of his like video. I remember Makiam talking to me like, oh, this guy Parrot makes good SMP videos, and then you sent a message saying, hey guys, we're starting a new server where if you die you lose a heart, if you kill someone you gain a heart. Please react if you want to join. And I reacted, and you sent me the invite link, and I was in season 1.
Yeah.
And I remember like, I'm not gonna name names, but someone replied to that saying like, "Ah, man, I don't want to join an SMP," and now that same person had made an application to season 4.
Really?
Yeah, it's
Oh, wait, DM me.
bro.
Who is it?
The same person. I remember being in VC with them, and they were like, "Oh my god, bro, it's like crazy how like simple it started off as."
Oh yeah, it was, because dude, we had so many random people in season 1 that just never logged on.
Right. I remember them saying like, "Oh, I don't want to join this," and then he
Oh.
joined, and then he left, and then he started. Yeah,
Yeah. I mean, that's how life works.
yeah. We just stick around, and yeah, we just stuck together through like even the lows and stuff when like, things started getting serious at the end of season 1 with like with like the conflicts and stuff. We like worked that into the videos, and that was sort of the way we got over it, right?
Yeah.
And then yeah.
That's the story of Lifesteal.
It's the story of Lifesteal, bro. We had a big Lifesteal dinner yesterday, or the day before.
3 days ago.
3 days ago, and wow, it was 3 days already.
Yeah. Yeah, it was 3 days ago.
Bro. And Parrot made like a toast, and we're like, it's crazy to think about 2 years ago.
We were just a couple.
just,
Wait,
like, in
should
the
I pull up
YouTube-
the toast right now? Dude, I wrote that, and like,
Bro, I saw you writing that. Bro, that place was massive.
Yeah.
That was an extremely
2 years ago, we were nothing more than a couple of people and a few lines of code.
cold few lines of code raw. That was hard.
Banger line, bro.
Banger line, man.
Yeah.
We gotta separate ourselves. We gotta whatever Hermitcraft is doing. I don't know. They've been together for like what, 10 years, 11.
Hermitcraft?
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
but they like went through like absolute metamorphosis. Like it's not what it was when it started.
I feel like their content hasn't really evolved that much. That's the only thing.
They're like an anomaly. Maybe we're
Yeah.
overthinking it. We just need to like, but they're like truly passionate about the game, and maybe that sort of like transcends. They do innovate though, or they don't. Bro, you see his titles. Green's titles are like Hermitcraft episode number 1, number 2, number 3. It's like
Yeah, like, it just,
yeah,
I don't even. It's like he's built up an audience already to the
Right.
point where it's just like
it doesn't matter.
he's
yeah.
not bringing in that many new people,
Right.
But like he just has a super like
Super solid.
dedicated audience.
Then what about people like, I don't know, like Captain Sparkles or not, or like Stampy or whatever, who it didn't really work out with? Like theoretically, we can say they didn't grow with their audience, but did everyone else?
Dude, that's a good question, because like, yeah, I don't even know. Well, to be fair, Captain Sparkles' like audience
Yeah.
came from like,
Yeah, like music
Music
videos.
videos.
Yeah, I'm talking about like, I don't know, like Stampy or like Sunday or. Okay, honestly, I don't really know what they're doing now, but
well, Sunday is like popping off.
really, okay,
popping,
never mind,
popping
never mind,
off.
never mind. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy, dude. I can't believe they know us.
They
like,
do?
yeah.
Who?
Captain Sparkle, Sunday. Like,
Sunday knows us?
I'm pretty sure I've talked to him in like a
Dang.
creator Discord, and he was like, "Yeah, lifesteal." Ant Venom, he was my childhood hero. I remember talking to him. I'm like, "Hey, do you know lifesteal?" And he's like, "Yeah, of course I do." I'm like, "Damn."
Dude, I feel so bad because a bunch of us were just walking around in VidCon.
Yeah.
And like I wasn't expecting anything, right?
Right.
And this random person just turns around and they probably recognized like one of our voices and they're like, "Are you guys lifesteal?"
Oh god.
And I just froze right there. And like I didn't say anything and I just turned around to like
Yeah.
Mapik.
Oh,
and Mapik
God.
also froze too. And then we turned to like we turned to like Vortex and Vortex froze too. And then by the time we turned back, they were already gone.
Oh,
and then we were like,
God.
"No, we should have told them."
Nah.
Or
No,
something.
what do you mean? You're not
Or
parrot.
not told them, but said something.
You're Cheetah, the fanfic, right? Oh wait,
Yes.
am I allowed to say that?
Yeah, you can say that.
We pretended to be other people.
Yeah, I basically went around telling everybody that I was like a clownsy artist called Cheetah.
But that's also. What do you think about Twitter, man? What do you think about the Twitter fans? They're like so engaged or like so interactive to the point where if we like scale up,
Yeah,
it will be crazy. But we got to be careful as well, not to
Exactly.
like.
yeah, I agree. I don't use Twitter that often.
Yeah.
like I'll probably log on once or twice a day. But I
Right.
think it's really cool. Like I love reading through. Like
Yeah.
don't tell Zam, but like occasionally I'll do like / lifesteal spoilers.
Yeah.
And read through it. But yeah, I think it's awesome. But
Yeah.
like something that is important, I think, is that like we're all people at the end of the
Right.
day. Like, for example, like Zam got harassed on
Oh,
Twitter
God.
for some of the stuff.
Yeah. It's
So-
a good measure of like you're consolidating your audience to a platform that isn't where your primary content is and shows how like how much you've rallied a fan base. But it's important to stay true to yourself with the content and not cater to anyone, because I feel like like people, especially when there was a point in season 4 where we tried to do lore or like
Yeah.
we more like more cinematic scripted stuff, and people were like really upset when people didn't respond the way that it was intended to respond. And I said, no, you told your story, let them interpret it the way they want. Don't
Yeah.
like feel bad or like hurt
Exactly.
in any way. But I think it's still cool that we're able to rally this following. We just need to be careful not to let it get ahead of us like certain SMPs. So yeah.
Yeah, I totally get that. Another thing too, like I find myself completely responsible for my audience.
Right.
So like, a big thing that I'm just not into is like the parasocial stuff.
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
Like I could never encourage that.
Right.
But yeah, I think like if I were to ever have, for example, like Zam has a crazy Twitter
Right.
audience, and like who else, like Subs and Vitality do. Like if I ever got to that point, the only thing I would make sure doesn't happen is
Yeah.
like the parasocial stuff and then toxic
The
stuff.
toxic stuff, right?
Like,
yeah, just like you gotta be proactive in terms of controlling your audience so that it doesn't get, because if you like sit behind and let your audience like sort of manifest itself, it's not a good look for you, nor is it for the brand. But you can't do it to the point where they rely on you like a friend or whatever. That's toxic. I don't know, man. That's like another different part of like personality building style content,
Exactly.
because like you can have millions and millions of followers and of subscribers and like doing YouTube full time and only have a couple grand on Twitter, and it's completely fine
yeah,
if that's what you want.
exactly.
But
Yeah.
I also feel like community-based, like you said, community-based content is the basis for longevity, like Hermitcraft, other creators who've been doing it for a long time.
Totally
It's the
get that.
most unless you're like incredibly fresh with your content on like YouTube and stuff, to the point where like your innovation transcends needing people following you for you, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's interesting, man.
Yeah, another thing too. What was I gonna say?
Now we got deep in like the
Yeah, dude,
like
we went so deep that I don't know where we went,
Yeah.
bro. Oh, shoot, what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, another big pressure aspect is
Yeah.
like our actions reflect on everybody else.
Right,
So
right.
like, if we do something, it reflects on like every other lifesteal member. So, yeah, I don't know. It's like a lot of pressure.
Yeah.
You have to be like really careful with
right,
everything.
of
and-
course. Are we allowed to talk about the project? No, right? Never mind.
No.
Okay. We got big
The
things.
project.
The project. We got some big things coming soon.
Big things coming soon.
It's gonna be cool.
In the next upcoming months.
Hell yeah.
But that'll be pretty cool.
Yes, and season 5 is going to be crazy. You're going to see more than one Ashswag upload in that season. And
that's hopefully a better turnover rate than once every 7 months.
Okay, well, I'm going to go crazy. My goal is, I don't want to set too crazy of a goal. We're going to start with twice a month for the next year uploads, and then I want to make it weekly.
Yeah.
So, but the thing, oh man, there's another conversation to be had about like, I do all my editing, recording everything myself.
Yeah.
Because like, I feel like I have to be on top of the pacing, and especially with my editing style being very like visceral and like me, it's just like what I'll be like, yo, I got to put this in the video. I got to put this meme in the video, and I put it in because that's what I feel like. I don't know how long it'll take to train an editor to like mimic the same.
I mean, like your style is really, really unique.
Yeah.
And the way I kind of think about it is like, you're just training someone to think like you.
Right. Exactly.
So, I mean, if you're doing like, I don't even know, like just basic cutting and whatever, it's probably not that long. But like for you, the difficulty is that you have to train someone to like think of the right meme.
Exactly.
And you have to train them to like know where to make this cut.
Right.
Because it's like better for this probably.
Right. Exactly.
So I don't know. Like I'm in the middle of training someone.
Right.
It's like, it's tough, but I think it'll be really rewarding.
Hell yeah, man. You know how Mr. Beast hired a shadow to like follow him around just to be him?
Really?
I don't know. I heard this on like his podcast with like, I'm not sure who it was, but he was like, yeah, I just got someone to follow me and like think like me and do what I want just so eventually I can offload all my decisions to them. And I'm like, whoa, that's interesting. And also, how much are you paying them? Because I might be interested.
Yeah. Do you think you'd like ever work for another YouTuber?
Oh, you know, there's like a bunch of like consultants and stuff in the YouTube space who used to be YouTubers.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I really like, what inspires me is that it's me, and the feedback and all the numbers and all the community response is like for me. So I don't know. Maybe if I like, oh God, maybe if I like get canceled, I'll probably work for someone else and tell them, yo, so this is how you get watch time. Nah.
Yeah.
Probably not though. I'll stick with I'm not obviously we're all friends. We help out each other as friends, but that's about it, I think.
Exactly. Like I think the most rewarding part is like the creative part,
right?
Like seeing everything just come together.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean maybe, but
maybe I don't know, man. As long as Spoke screen shares his Premiere Pro, I'll be there to help him, I guess.
Yeah, exactly.
Man, bro, who edited the most this season? Who do you think?
Zam.
You think so?
I think so.
Oh, technically, Spoke didn't edit his own videos.
Yeah. So
Spoke has the most videos this season, right?
Oh yeah, bro, obviously.
Bro, well, he kind of, while doing the big project, he also did like the other stuff, like the Dupe War stuff and like the other things. So he kind of did well.
I think I had 9 main channel uploads this season, which is like it's okay.
Yeah.
But Spoke's gonna have 12 alone this month.
Yeah.
So
crazy.
You can't even compete with that.
Not including the shorts.
Yeah, not including his shorts.
Yeah.
It's kind of crazy.
We gotta pump those numbers up.
Exactly.
Hell yeah, dude.
All right, you ready to wrap things up?
Hell yeah. How long we've been going? Like
an hour.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah.
Bro, I'm still not over the fact that we're literally in a hotel, like a lobby in the back rooms of Hotel Lulu.
Dude, we only had one person pass by.
That was good. This was good. Yeah,
really
and she
lucky.
like stared at me when I was talking
Wait,
about my
you were
internet.
here yesterday when I was with Vitality and that dude back there?
Yeah, he was like watching anime.
Yeah, bro. Dude, we could not stop laughing because we would be in the middle of a conversation and then we just hear a car crash, bro. And like then the transitions on his show were so goofy, bro.
Which show was he watching?
Some show in Spanish.
Oh, Spanish? Not anime.
Yeah, no.
Bro.
And then it was like a high string. Like they were playing a high string.
Yeah.
And then it like cut.
Well,
So, yeah.
I will never forget this trip, I don't think. My first time out of America.
Yeah, dude, it's my first time traveling alone. So,
Really?
Yeah.
You didn't travel with Vortex and Whoopi?
No, I did.
Okay, but like without my parents.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
That's mad. Hell yeah, man. To a long future, I guess.
exactly. To a
Hell
long
yeah.
future. Thank you everybody for listening to
Thank you for listening.
Thank you for listening to this episode of the Test Run. If you're
Yes.
listening on Spotify, make sure to follow, leave a 5-star review,
Oh yeah.
answer the little Q&A thing about how you thought about this episode.
Oh yeah.
If you're listening on YouTube, make sure to subscribe, comment, like.
Hell yeah.
Do you have anything else to say?
Yes, I do have something to say.
Okay.
I want you all to go to Twitter, create a new account, Name it Ashswag, but something. Just become a part of the army. That's my message.
Become a part of the Ashswag.
No,
army.
don't do that.
No,
But-
do that. Yeah, do that.
No, please don't.
No.
Please don't. That is the one part of community building I completely regret.
That's
Nah.
funny. All right. Thank you all for listening, and we will see you in the next one.
Bye.
Bye.